Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We are
Oh, exciting.
online. Welcome to another adventure with the Cthulhu Monks. This one, of course, in the third edition of the Cthulhu Dark Ages, which has just been released. So we're going to, which is updated, weirdly and confusingly, it's the updated version of Cthulhu Dark Ages to the 7th edition rule set, but it's the third edition of Cthulhu Dark Ages, just to keep things slightly better.
Well, I would hate for it to be easy.
Yes.
The
main change is
in your library use roll to understand the edition.
That's right.
Exactly
The
right.
main thing is the skills are like out of 100, and there's like a good success and a better success.
So it's the 7th edition rule set, which means that all of your skills are out of 100, which means you take 3d6 and multiply by.
So I think Nathan's got the wrong numbers on his
like,
page.
I have and also, therefore, you have a half for a hard success and a fifth for a critical, an extreme success.
Yes,
yes,
that's
you
right.
You can always do really well or really badly.
And combat sort of uses those things.
What do I do with the cat?
Well, it's Cthulhu. That's a
Sacrifice.
Different game.
Different game, okay.
It's a different game system, that one. Different publisher. I don't even know if we can mention it on this game. But yes, no, we can play Cthulhu at some point. Anyway, so we have the monks, all familiar from last time. So the last time we met the monks, they stopped the princes in the tower being abducted by evil forces. And this time around, we'll see what they get up to after we meet them all again to refamiliarize ourselves with our monkly brothers. John, who are you?
Bonjour, I am Jean-Luc, and monk, and I have been working in the abbey for quite a while. I've had a little bit of dalliance with some princess, and have seen some strange things in my travels, and have been quite disturbed of late with the dark arts that have been pervading the countryside.
Nice. Jean-Luc, so you're of French extraction.
Oui.
How did you get that, Murray?
Well, no, just keep that in mind, everybody. Right, Derek.
Hi, I'm Callum from Somerset. I was studying in Oxford when I had an unfortunate dalliance with the dean's daughter and had to flee before they took my head off. So I'm hiding out here and pursuing the great art, the gentle art of beer brewing.
Right.
Because yeast was made to make bread, and then its true purpose was found.
Nice. So we've got more than one brewer. Benjamin, who are you?
Hello, my name's Hamlin. I'm a monk novice. I read lots of books, and I'm really keen to be involved and be helpful in whatever way I can.
Nice. Not in the
I'm not very attractive. I'm not very attractive, but I am quite large, and I'm reasonably strong. But I've read lots of books, and I'm quite interested in the occult. So perhaps we can. Maybe that's the reason why I'm here. But yeah.
You've heard some rumors about the library.
I have. I have. Yeah.
Fabulous, Johnny.
I'm playing Brother Bartholomew.
Hello.
Brother Bartholomew also has some skill in brewing.
So are you the seller?
This sounds like another game where we're all just like herbalists, right? Unnamed.
Wasn't that the Borderlands where we took a barrel and we filled it full of the sleeping potion? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forest Oracle.
Forest Oracle, that's right.
Yes.
So
That's right.
Sleep spell.
You're the cellarer, so you're the one in charge of the monastery's brewing.
I'm not sure.
You've got Callum,
Possibly.
who's basically competition.
Yeah.
So
that is
essentially,
right.
Callum thinks he knows brewing better than you do.
He probably does.
You're in charge of brewing, but
What's your craft brewing skills?
Oh
Callum?
no! This is for later.
Brewing. Get it? Craft
This is for
brewing.
later.
See? Get it? Craft.
Who has the biggest moustache? That's my question.
Oh, that's a good question.
When it comes to brewing beer, that's an important aspect.
As one of the great Olympic sports of Somerset is facial hair.
Yep. Accurate.
That
Murray,
checks
can
out.
we confirm time period accurate?
Well, the problem, of course, is being.
Thank you, Murray. That's enough.
Shaven and have a tonsure. So you've got your tonsure. So
That's right.
Only Johnny and Derek are really on the tonsure road, but yeah, Johnny actually most of all. You're very
rocking the tonsure.
Right. And Nathan, who are you?
Brother James. I taste things, the beers, for example, and I
quality control.
Yeah, look, I just add how much religious potency is in such things.
Nice.
In many aspects, I follow the Lord, and wherever He leads me, ghost. Wherever God leads me, I follow, and He seems to lead me to beer. But questions are asked, but I am religious.
Nice.
In the afternoons, mornings.
You're all monks. So of all of you, Hamlin is the most recently welcomed into your community. So the rest of you are familiar with one another, and you are familiar with the layout of your monastery. We've got the map there of your monastery. So you've got the central part of the monastery, of course, is the church. And then next to that, adjoining to that, is the cloister, which on the downstairs level has the cellar, which is obviously the solarium where the cellar from, which is where the beer is brewed. And on the other side of that, you have the refectory where you eat your meals and hear prayer. And then you have the chapter house where you have your meetings. Upstairs from all of those are the dormitories. So on the left-hand side of the cloister is the lay brothers. So they're not monks. They are essentially the brothers who do the work that you tell them to do, as the monks in the
Minions.
abbey. And then your dormitory is above the chapter house and what's known as the monks' day room, which is the library where you do all your reading and study. Unattached to the abbey itself is the abbot's house. So he has a 2-story house for himself, and there's also a hospital. So it's another day, no prince is being taken or anything like that at the abbey, and you of course have to get up for all of the hours of the night to do the different services. So you have nones and matins and all of those services, so that there's 9 services a day that you go and pray at and sing at. But of course you have to catch some sleep in the meantime. So as per normal ritual, you drunk your glass of water before you go to bed. Well, beaker of water, really, not glass. That's a bit too showy.
And water.
You are all sleeping. Can you all please make for me power
Sleeping
or
roll.
con rolls?
Wow,
You need to make a hard success.
I'm sorry. Is that half
that's-
or yes?
that's
Half.
Which,
I make
which
half.
one? Power or
on the dot.
con?
Yeah, your choice. Power or con.
Oh, definitely
I-
con.
Hamlin makes a hard success on power.
I do not.
I don't either.
I made a hard success on con.
Right. Nice.
I
Con
don't.
is my
Nope.
speciality.
Derek, you
Actually,
did.
no. Size
I
is
did
my
not.
speciality.
Is that
What about
because
you?
you're considerate?
Did you make your roll?
Oh, failed dramatically.
Fabulous.
Not like a
Okay.
dramatic fail, but like, didn't hit the
So
number.
this is for Derek, John, and Nathan. You find yourselves on a battlefield, surrounded by men-at-arms, armored and the sounds of battle. To the left and right of you, there are woods. You are in a vast mass of men launching longbows towards an unseen enemy who seems to be downhill slightly from you in some kind of mist. There is yelling and screaming from the master at arms, who basically tells you to loose arrows. And as you stand there, you see that you each hold a longbow in your left hand, and there's a sheaf of arrows stuck into the earth in front of you to pull and launch your arrows into the sky.
Is this different from the standard dream where I'm standing around with men at arms and like all
Well,
that
that
kind of stuff?
hidden roll, Nathan.
Ooh, I could definitely do that. One says as he is about to clearly fail. Oh,
This
yep,
is not a
yep.
dream.
No, I
make
got there. I got there. I'm a hero.
This
Am I a
is
hero
not
yet?
dream. This is not a dream you've had before.
Mm.
But you do notice that standing close to you is Jean-Luc, and also standing close to Jean-Luc, but not right adjacent, is indeed Callum. So Callum, can you give me a spot hidden?
Yes. 41, I make it.
Lovely. You notice that you've got James and Jean-Luc nearby. Jean-Luc, can you give me a spot hidden roll?
Yes, I do, but it was just a regular pass.
You just as you notice two of your lay brothers, of your brothers, not lay brothers, you're not lay brothers at all. Two of your brothers,
we
close
leveled up,
by, but not right next to you. You also become aware of mutterings from the other archers around you that essentially take that frog as they let fly their arrows downwind and downhill. At that moment, all three of you are disturbed by the barking yell of a master-at-arms who basically berates you and says, "What do you think you're doing? You get loosing those arrows at those Frenchmen. Do it."
Can I look down at my body? Am I wearing my robes?
No, you are dressed as an archer, but your hands are familiar and your friends' facial features are familiar, but they too are dressed as medieval archers and longbowmen, and everyone around you is loosing arrows with abandon, and you guys haven't let fly one arrow yet.
I'm not that strong. Do I I know the longbow? I'm just putting it out there that I know the longbow. Right. I'm built for.
There might be other things guiding your arrows, but
longbows take skill, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have none of that.
Yeah. No, I know. You might find surprisingly that you do have some skills. Can you all make for me what have you got for that?
Can we act in this moment?
Yeah, you want to fast talk your way through it, or
I just want to do something.
Or act.
Can I act?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pretend to look like I'm gonna notch an arrow, but I have no skill in this at all, and I'm not even gonna attempt to fire an arrow.
So when you fire, you basically pull back and loose, and then it goes downhill, right? So you're pretending. What are you doing?
And I'm gonna turn towards my fellow brothers. What is going on? So I do not understand anything.
They're 3 or 4 people away from you.
That's never stopped. So honestly, that's never stopped him before.
I'm going to say it.
Nice. Great. I'll leave you there. You've said what is going on towards Callum. Callum, what are you doing?
In a French accent. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
I say, the Lord has a plan, and pick up an arrow and notch it and attempt to shoot it. Right. I've probably shot an arrow or two in my youth because I grew up fairly well-to-do. So I may have some experience. I don't know.
Okay, that's right. Give me just a straight brawl. So that's unarmed for 25.
Unarmed.
Sure. You haven't got any points in it.
54. I don't have any points.
That's right. You're pretty sure your arrow didn't quite go in the same flight path of everyone else's, but it made it off the bow and into the air, and no one can tell because there's you would estimate 15,000 of you launching arrows, so there's a lot of arrows being launched. And Nathan, what are you doing?
Well, I'm holding the bow. I've never held a bow, so it's a unique experience. I don't know if I'm holding it too high. But I'm kind of putting it half on the ground and trying to get an arrow, and it's not in the middle, but I'm going to try and pull back.
Good. Give me a brawl.
12.
You blitz it, baby. You're a born archer for a monk. So your arrow goes
in your dreams
down. Your arrow goes zooming off downhill. Derek, yours you're pretty sure doesn't, but there's a lot of others to follow. And Jean-Luc, you've just as you have done that, you hear Jean-Luc's distinctive French accent call out, "What is going on?" And the 2 or 3 people between you and Jean-Luc basically turn and look at what sounds like a traitorous sound. Can you all give me perception checks, please? Not perception. What am I saying? It's spot hidden. Wrong system.
Yeah.
No. In fact, I got a 95.
Yeah. You see suspicious looks your way from the other archers who should be
with a 95.
Yeah, no, that's not what you were trying to look at. You've seen something entirely different. You made it, Derek?
Yes.
Right. So at the bottom, what about you, Nathan?
Yeah, made it, smashed it.
Fabulous. At the bottom of the hill, there is emerging from some kind of mist. There's a mass of men, and it looks like
Are you sure I haven't had this dream before?
It looks like a mass of men that are, coming forward. They look like men at arms. Can you both give me mythos rolls, please? Did you add your mythos like I asked you to?
I did, yes.
What about you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
48. No, I do not.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Hey.
Fabulous. What is your mythos?
Yeah, 9. I got it. A hero.
Nice. So, just as you hear Jean-Luc call, "What is going on?"
Can I just say, you sound less French and more Dracula? I'm just going to put it out there.
Romanian? No, that's not my Romanian.
What
accent.
is going on?
That was his South African accent.
Can I say, I love that we're back at Murray's going around the continent.
So Derek, what you see is enemy Frenchmen. What the other archers next to you looking left see is an enemy Frenchman in your ranks because they gave themselves away. What you see, John, is two archers look suspicious towards you. And what you see, Nathan, is what were men-at-arms in French livery. So that's half blue, half gold.
Of course. Thank you for explaining for everybody else.
Can you also, therefore, roll a 1d4 for me, please?
Of course.
What does he see?
3.
I mean, that were that.
3. You see, and you're pretty sure that this is very odd, that one of these men-at-arms is in fact some kind of deformed cultist. That they're clearly salivating blood rather than, looking like a French men-at-arms. So
that's not normal, even for a Frenchman.
And we'll leave you guys there. So the two men are about to turn on Jean-Luc, having heard. Meanwhile, with your your hard success on willpower and con, Bartholomew and Hamlin, you sit up with a start in the dormitory of the monastery in a cold sweat, and you both immediately notice the writhing of your fellow brother monks, and
writhing.
You distinctly hear the sounds of battle, which is not the kind of sound you should hear in the middle of the night in a Cistercian monastery.
No.
So you also hear the sounds of what sound like, you would imagine, having not been in battle, men at arms calling out for loosing of arrows and, talking about how you better, pull your weight and let loose arrows like everybody else. And there's all
does
these.
It sound like it's outside, or does it sound like it's in the room? Or
it sounds like it's in the room, but it doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like it's like it's that weird. It's not like you're in the midst of battle, but there certainly is a battle nearby.
Brother Bartholomew, what is happening?
Are you going to do that every time you speak?
I suppose so. And it'll probably get pretty annoying pretty quickly, though, I suppose.
Now that he's worked out how to do it quickly.
Wearing a funny green hat, too.
What's happening, Brother Bartholomew? What is that we hear? Is this a vision from our good Lord?
I don't think so. I think there's something sinister going on.
Sinister? Do
I have any idea what might be happening here?
Give
Murray?
me an idea roll.
I'd love to have an idea.
I know what's happening. It's the influence of the devil.
I rolled a 6. Is that good enough?
Yeah, you've got the sense from. Yes, it is.
That's less than 1/5 of my idea.
So you have all the ideas all at once. You get the sense that, firstly, your brothers are experiencing a kind of a mass dream, that you can notice that they are in fact writhing in unison whilst this dream occurs, and that you and Brother Hamlin are the only two who aren't involved. So not just the three brothers that you've got the entire other sort of about between 18 and 24 monks in an abbey. So all of them are sort of writhing, and you notice that they are acting as if they are pulling arrows, shooting arrows.
That's not
you also get the sense that for that to happen, it must have been something you drank. And that's pretty much all the ideas you have at the moment.
Brother Bartholomew, explain to me. I am young in the Lord, and these things.
I believe everybody else is having a dream together. Perhaps it's from something they drank. Did you drink before you went to sleep tonight?
I just drank of the waters of the well like every day. The Lord provides sustenance and liquid to us by His grace. Let's wake them immediately to free them from this demonic influence.
We can try.
Okay.
Hamlin starts shaking John's character.
Yeah.
At that moment, you're shaking John. John, at that moment in your dream, one of the archers standing next to you drops their bow, and he grabs you by the shoulders and starts shaking you, accusing you of being, who are you? What do you think you are? What do you think you're doing?
I'm a humble monk. I'm from the Abbey.
Abbey? You're meant to be an archer, mate. What do you think you're doing? Oi!
I've
Simon,
never been on the battleground before. I ran away from France.
You're a spy.
This is not true. I am not a spy. Well, perhaps once. That was a long time ago.
Can I make my way over there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I break ranks?
Yeah. So the line of you was basically John, Archer, you, Archer, Nathan.
All right.
So these two are getting in John. Getting in John Luke's face.
So I stroll over there and I say, hey, he's okay. He's with me. He's a little muddled. He's had a strange life.
At that moment, I slap Callum to wake him up.
At that moment, Callum, the other archer that was called the guy that was called Simon, he turns on you and basically in good British pub brawl, fight first, questions later, he slaps you at the same moment that
I punch him back.
Great.
Does Callum punch Johnny?
Let's see. Give me a brawl roll on your punch.
A brawl roll.
Yes, he's the spy.
No, I missed on the brawl.
So
is there a jug of water or
this fist comes flying towards you from a sleeping Callum Bartholomew and misses your head like he wasn't even looking. Nathan, are you noticing this, or are you a bit worried by what you noticed downfield?
Yeah, I've been very worried. So I'm kind of like trying to shoot them.
Okay. Cool.
My skills.
Oh, lovely. Right. Well, can you give me a library use roll, please?
Yes, I will
That's
shoot the bow with library use.
Yep.
I'm going to throw a bucket of water at someone.
Okay, nice.
9 again.
That's 9.
I'm not joking. These dice have rolled twice in a row.
Is that a critic? Is that an extreme?
I'm 55, so it's yes.
It is.
Okay, great.
11
can you now roll for me, please, a 1d20?
Can I say I'm going really well shooting my bow with the library?
Well, it's because John used up all 11. Okay.
Oh, look, John can do many things, but I shot it with the library.
As you loose this arrow, Nathan.
Yes.
You are recalled for the passage of the Bible that recalls to your mind as you loose this arrow is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. Anybody?
Of course. Look, I don't want to take it away from anyone.
And the cup of the demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. At that moment, Hamlin and Bartholomew, brother James, calls out in his dream, although he is still sleeping, a quote from 1 Corinthians 10:21. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the demons too. You cannot have a part in both the Lord's table and the table of demons. And then he acts as if he looses an arrow. Can you give me a damage roll, please, on your arrow success there, Nathan?
Cool. What is the damage on an arrow? I don't have that in front of me.
I think it's 1d6. plus.
Did you
1D
drink something
damage
strange
bonus.
last night?
You drank water by
Yeah.
your
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled a 3, young
Drawn
Murray.
from our well.
3. Okay. Fabulous. Thank you.
But I think you've got a
I had a
damage
beer.
bonus too.
Sorry, Johnny.
I was just going to say, I think Nathan's character has a damage bonus to add to that.
Yes.
Right.
Nathan's character.
Yep. No, I do have a damage bonus, and that is
Right.
Let me just look at the character sheet I rolled.
no. Because I have wood axe.
Very hard to see the character sheet. Oh, my
Well,
computer's
I think it's 1d4, Nathan.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
good on you,
that's it.
Johnny. You can see it from there.
1. There you go. 1. So 4
An extra
damage.
1.
Thank
Johnny.
Johnny. Thank you, brother Johnny.
Yes.
Not giving away my secrets.
I'm going to throw the bucket of water at Nathan's character.
Okay.
What's
Well,
his name?
we'll just find out what's
James.
happening. Jean-Luc.
James.
So, Callum, you've just been slapped, and then you go to punch Simon and miss. And John, you're in essentially a wrestle with this other archer whose name is Gareth. You don't know that yet. Do you want to give me an opposed roll, and we'll see whether you can break out of his grapple?
Do I sense that his name's Gareth?
Not.
I feel like your
Make an
name could be
ID roll.
Gareth. Eh? Well, you look
Well,
like
do
a
you want to
Gareth.
try and get out of his
Hello?
grapple? Do you want to try and?
No, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm like slimy. So
Right.
I'm like, no, it isn't true. I left France. I fled to the monastery. It is because of the terrible dalliances with all the women.
Right,
I'm
give
so
me-
sorry.
Give me a fast talk.
I'm so pitiful. Oh.
He says, looking at you. Yes.
Oh, but alas, nothing seems to work. I use up all my rolls.
I told you.
Wow.
I don't believe you, mate. I don't believe you.
Oh, look at me.
He's speaking the truth, Simon and Gareth.
He
Oh.
looks like a Galad. Don't you see?
I like it.
He
I like
does
it.
look like a Galad.
He's speaking the truth. Leave him alone, or else you want more of this.
Missing your punch. Right. Okay. Well, give me a fast talk or something.
Can I just say, I love that you're like, oh, look at this. It's like as if you've got like guns and you're going to make it different.
Yeah. The monk brewer.
Oh, them.
I make a fast talk.
Ooh,
Right.
smash
Okay,
it.
so they both step down, and they're a bit worried that they're going to get spotted, that they aren't shooting arrows themselves. And therefore, Gareth says to you, Jean-Luc, well, prove it then. He thrusts the bow into your hand, and he gives you an arrow, and they're sitting there watching.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna notch the arrow in trembling hands.
Yep.
I'll stand next to him.
Right.
Please roll
This-
like a 1.
Yeah, we'll find out.
The Lord
Right.
speaks to us in strange ways, brother. Let us fly these arrows into our enemies.
And I'll silently pray. Oh God, this is perhaps maybe one of the first times you and I have talked, huh? Maybe
I've never asked for much.
Maybe this might be a good time for one of your divine interventions, eh? Get
It's
me out of this troubling situation. What the hell am I doing here, God?
Can you give me a 1d20, please, John?
I rolled a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Well, yeah, it's not influenced by anything really, because
You are-
it has to be.
You are called by. Do you want that to be the arrow, or do you want that to be your prayer?
I literally have no idea what you're asking of me. So
I think I'll
let's say the prayer, because I don't know what this means.
Okay. So as you speak to God for the first time in a long time, perhaps, you are recalled the phrase from John chapter 4, verse 4. You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. Can you please roll your attack with a bonus die?
Well, I don't want to hit anybody.
Well, you're going to roll your attack with a bonus die.
Okay, so I might be possibly aiming for the archer.
Oh,
So what I'm doing is I'm going up
Okay.
Really high.
Nice. Go.
vertically, and so it may be coming down.
it's gonna hit. Me.
Well, you are an archer technically currently. So what's my natural archery skill, Murray?
I'm just making it the
Roll.
brawl. 25% is your
25%. So I have a 45%. Is that right?
yeah, whatever your brawl is, but you've got a bonus die.
Oh,
So
28.
blitz it.
I didn't. Oh, I had a bonus dice. Sick.
You-
Well, 28 anyway.
Yeah, you make it. So I will roll your bonus die just in case it's 18 or 8. What is it?
8.
Oh, so
Oh my god.
your arrow.
Oh wait, hang on.
You were pretty
Hang on.
sure.
The O's make it an 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8. Yeah.
So you're pretty sure you were aiming vertically, right? That the arrow was going to come straight back down, but somehow when you loose it, it goes in the perfect arc, and it flies downhill, just as it should. And in shock, you follow the path of your arrow, and as you do, you see not a body of Frenchmen at the base of a hill, but you get a glimpse of some mist rising behind the Frenchmen and some kind of tendril coming up and wrapping around several members of that group. And you're pretty sure that in that group there are things that should not be on Earth, that there are what look like hairy people covered in hair. There seem to be
That's a very unique thing to say.
wearing
Like those
wolf
people
skin.
that my companion comes from that area of
They
England.
look like they're from Somerset. Like,
Oy.
Oui, oui.
Oh, very good. My brethren.
Can you make a sanity roll for me, please, since you've seen that?
47. Oh my god, I have so many circles on this character sheet. What would be my current sanity at? Would it
The
be my
lowest.
maximum or my lowest? Oh wait, I made it even on my lowest. It's 48 is my lowest at the moment.
So you're pretty sure that these are indeed, and again, just before the water lands on Nathan, was it Nathan? Yes.
Yeah, going in
Just before
slow
the
motion.
water lands on Nathan, Ben, and Hamlin, and Bartholomew. You hear John in his sleep call out the verse John 4:4, and then he also acts as if you can sort of see it, that he like basically is shooting straight up from his bed, and yet then he looks down as if the arrow's not gone where he was expecting, and then the shock registering on his face as he sees something that he wasn't expecting to see in this dream world that he's in. At that point,
It's the weirdest phrase ever.
at that point, Nathan, you feel kind of drenched in a sweat of dread that
The Holy Spirit.
this creature. Well, no, this creature that you spotted down in the crowd essentially looks up and sees you and sees the arrow that you fired towards them, and you sort of get a sense that he's going to be coming for you.
Nice.
Can I do something? I
Yes.
gotta look him. He looks at me, right? No, I'm looking at him.
Right.
He looks up and catches my glance, and I've just done two amazing things. I have and I feel like the presence of God has fallen on me, and I'm drenched in His Spirit. I'm going to take and I'm just going to be looking down. I'm just having an incredible religious moment right now. I'm just going to be taking it in and be
you're calling out, "I am drenched in the Spirit of the Lord."
Yes. Yeah.
You hear that
Very
Brother
loudly.
Hamlin. What your bucket of water was meant to do wasn't drench him in the Spirit of the Lord. Right? Can you give me a bonus die on your intimidation roll against this creature?
Oh, I'm not intimidating.
So you got a natural 15 if you haven't got any points in it.
Intimidation. Nope. All right, cool. Let's do this. Oh, 86. That's I'm very confident. I say it with confidence, but I'm
He's
just
like
not
a cat. He looks at you, catches your eye, and you're like, right, I'm looking back at you, and then he looks away.
the disrespect.
Derek, you notice in this altercation that you helped with your persuasion powers that John's arrow looked like it should have gone straight up and come back down again, but it's the perfect archery shot. And you also follow its arc. Can you give me a perception check, please?
86. No, I do not.
You lose sight of the arrow.
Okay.
But can you now give me a mythos check, please?
36. I do not.
You do not. Okay.
No.
Yeah. The arrow was pretty amazing, and sure enough, Gareth and Simon are placated by this perfect archery shot of Jean-Luc's, and they mutter and sort of pick up their own bows and start loosing arrows back into the mass.
I clap Jean-Luc on the back, and that's a fine shot there, lad.
My eyes were possibly closed.
Are you going
brother?
Perhaps
to tell them?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, Jean-Luc, are you going to tell them what you saw?
Not in this heat of the moment, I don't think. We must get out of here. There are strange things afoot, and I fear we are already in odd circumstances.
Nice.
They will shoot us if we desert the line. Just stick with me.
Oui.
You two.
Yes. Yes.
You two, get shooting. You see the Master of Arms coming towards you with a giant sort of spear.
Right, boss. Under my breath, I start singing one of the hymns that we sing to sort of, clear our mind and focus on the Lord, and
nice.
One of the hymns, and encourage Jean-Luc to sing along with.
Called Psalms there, Derek. That's okay.
Psalms.
That's right. The one
we're in
that's
pre-hymn territory.
Oh, where did I put it? Psalm 106. Where did I thought I written it down? Maybe I haven't.
Derek, can you look up just a random psalm for us and sing it for us? That'd be great.
Oh, nice. Sorry, I haven't. But can you roll a 1d20 for me, please, Derek?
I get a 4.
What's recalled to your mind is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. So Bartholomew and Hamlin, you hear this out of Brother Callum in his lovely Somerset accent. Can you give me a bonus die on your next arrow, please, Derek?
Oh. So I get a 40 or a 70. So 40 hits.
Okay. Can you give me a perception check when you hit, please?
We want to sing along too.
17, yes.
Great. Now 1d4.
A 4.
You see what looks like a child, and they are covered in hair, but they have sharp rodent-like teeth.
Oh, it's a Somerset child.
You give me a mythos check, please. And a sanity check, just because it's a Murray game.
All right, mythos first is a 16.
There we
I get a 34, so no.
Okay.
And a sanity check. 16, I do get the sanity check.
Okay. Great. So there's this, and that shouldn't be there, and they clearly are sort of coming along at a sort of a bestial gait rather than like a proud warrior of France that's currently being hammered by longbowmen.
I say it's a child on the battlefield. Do you see that, brother Jean-Luc?
Yeah, yes, I do. What
you don't
jolly strange problem.
You don't sound confident.
I'm trying to do the accent of the strange Englishman.
This is your English
Living
accent.
with for years. Right, I'll leave you guys there.
All right.
Bartholomew and Hamlin, you heard now 3 verses from 3 of your brother monks, and others around you seem to be calling out particular verses that you obviously recognize because that's what you spend 24/7 doing. And none of your attempts to wake up your fellow monks has succeeded.
Even the bucket of water.
Even the bucket of water. The slap didn't work, the bucket of water didn't work, the shaking didn't work. What
Well, it seems
do
like
you
you're all
do?
out of options.
They need to suddenly drop backwards in a chair into a bathtub. No.
See what we did there.
Here.
What should we do, Brother Bartholomew? I hear. Someone's singing a hymn. Is that right? Is that the last one?
So
you
yes,
read?
Psalm
one of our
106.
hymns. Is
Psalm
that,
106,
yeah,
I haven't got that. I thought I did.
I've got it here if you want it.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I closed it. Hang on. Google answer me in. Oh gosh, Psalm 106. Right. We sing. Praise be the Lord, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever, etc., etc.
Nice.
That's good.
Lovely. And at that moment,
You should be a professional singer, Ben.
Thank you.
yeah, I might a little bit of practice, but practice,
It's all about breath support.
Keep it up, Ben. Just keep going.
Yes.
At that moment,
Thank you.
just after, and amazingly, Brother Hamlin's singing doesn't wake up anybody either. You then hear,
Just all the rats in town.
yes, yeah. Suddenly, there's a line of rats behind him.
That's right.
You
The
then,
cats start fighting.
yeah, you hear one of the other monks call out Ephesians 6, verse 10 to 11, which is, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand
Breastplate of
against the
righteousness.
devil's schemes."
Sword of the Spirit.
I think we need to bless them. I think you
Good
were on the
yourselves.
right track, Brother
Yes.
Hamlin, with the
Yes.
bucket of water,
Yes.
but I think we need holy water.
Holy water. The
Not
Lord
water
makes
from the
holy to
latrine.
us.
No. Well, there's
Oh.
you've got your own running
So-
river.
How far away would the
Oh,
water
the
from the
receptacle of holy water be?
Water from the pond.
bare meters. You could, yeah. You're in the second story in the cloister. The cloister adjoins the church. At the
Yes.
at the font in the church is when you'll find the holy water. So
Yes, let's run to fetch the holy water.
I think that's
We-
the only idea I've got so far.
Okay.
All right.
It won't work,
Yeah.
but we'll try it anyway.
right.
Yes.
So you guys run for the church, with your
Well,
bucket.
run is the word. Where, yeah, well,
You
yes, yeah.
literally gird your loins. You hitch up
That's right.
your habit, and off you go. Great. Okay. So back in the dreamland, we're Nathan
Who is a boss?
loosing more arrows.
I've got yeah, absolutely. At that guy, the guy he looked away. I'm trying to get his attention again.
Right.
Very
okay.
clear. I put it. What's a ranger do? They set him as they're like that thing.
Oh.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
in this game.
Target. Yep. Can't remember the phrase, but yes.
Yep. Too late. Shooting bow. Miss.
Okay. Derek, what are you doing?
So descriptive.
I'm trying to track this child on the battlefield, and I guess I should look like I'm shooting an arrow. So I'm picking up an arrow and I'm notching it to the bow, and I'm just sort of holding it there, but trying to see where this kid has gone.
When you pull the string back, you feel an almost irresistible urge that you should loose that arrow.
I would like to. I think I just need to vent verbally. I just want to scream into the, to stop myself from doing that.
Nice. Well, roll me a 1d20 and I'll tell you what you vent verbally with.
8.
You vent verbally with Matthew 12, verse 45. Then it goes and takes with it 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there. And the final condition of that person is worse than the first. That is how it will be with this wicked generation. So you scream in frustration, wicked generation.
Wicked generation of children.
Yes. Give me a power roll, please.
I think that's
Nothing's
that's
changed.
A sign to, I failed my power
Are you
roll.
quite all right?
You loose your arrow, even though you didn't intend to.
Oh.
Can you give me a...
I actually do intend to at that point. I feel like I've received
Punish the
some.
wicked
I've punished the wicked generation, and I've decided that that's a sign
with
from God.
arrows. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a spank or anything, like with deadly force. All right. Can you give me a with advantage? With a bonus die, can you do?
A shooting of the arrow. 36. I
With bo-
hit.
With a bonus die?
Yes.
Cool. So you
But twice, 36 with the bonus die.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can you roll damage for me?
What is the damage of the bow?
1d6.
And I've got my strength damage bonus, so I do 9 points of damage.
Ooh, crazy. Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm
Jean-Luc?
assuming I have my strength bonus in this realm.
We haven't seen any Frenchmen at all, have we?
So the first look you got was of French forces advancing up the hill towards you. Only you seem to have recognized that there's something else involved. So you and Callum have seen something. You haven't expressed to each other that it's the same thing or what it is you've seen yet. Unbeknownst to you, Brother James has also seen something, but he doesn't know, and he doesn't know that you've seen it yet.
And he's nowhere near us anymore anyway.
So yeah, he's 4 archers away from you now.
I did tell John that I thought I saw a child on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, a child on the battlefield
isn't
probably that not.
And you said a Somerset child, so it's like, well, the fact that they're fighting for the French is probably the only weird thing.
Aren't we trying to get out of here?
I've said that they'll shoot us if we run.
Okay.
So
our arrows are hitting people?
Your arrows seem to be... Give me an ideas roll, John.
Yes.
Your arrows are... You get the real sense that your arrows are doing God's work and that there's something else involved that your arrows are being guided towards that isn't mortal and it isn't, it isn't of this earth.
Not flesh and blood.
You're not fighting a mortal battle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's the case, and they're not Frenchmen, and I have no qualms with notching an arrow towards something which is something I've encountered before, like the darkness of. I'll attack the darkness.
Attack the darkness.
Do it.
Give me an attack with a bonus die, please.
Where are the Cheetos?
Mom, get the camera.
50. No. Oh wait. Hang on. What is it again? 20. No. Wait. It's like our based off our brawl, isn't it?
Yep. You roll you roll your
and you roll your 10s twice and take the better one.
Yeah. No. I failed.
You feel that your arrow was imbued with holy power, but something fought against it as it was loosed. That
the devil.
It's pretty much the opposite of what happened last time. So, yeah, the man next to you fought there. Like, you blew my arrow.
You're throwing off my groove.
All right. In the nave, you go to the font. You fill up your bucket with holy water. Luckily,
and we're going to take. And we want to take. I want to get the holy or the oil you anoint someone with when you want to heal them as well. Should be a little container of it, like a little.
Yeah. So that'll probably be down near the altar at the far end of the church, whereas the where you'll enter. So you'll have to go down the far end of the church.
You're
Get
fast
some
runner,
wine as well. Get the wine.
Yeah.
Not for any reason other than you could probably do with a drink.
No. I'm devoutly against that sort of thing. Okay, I run and get the oil as well.
Right, give me a dex roll, please.
Dex roll. I'm like the wind. I get a hard success.
You are indeed like the wind, and the unfamiliarity of the candle-lit nave should be dangerous to someone who's not used to traipsing across the tiles, but you are fleet of foot and you go straight to the the little shelf next to the altar, and you find the oil, and you make your way back to Brother Bartholomew before he's even noticed. All right.
We have to get upstairs. I think we should anoint them with the oil to heal them from their turmoil and bless them with the holy water to give them power to escape.
I agree.
Right.
Let us make haste.
Great. Can you make your way back to your dormitory? Can you give me either stealth or dex. Up to you.
I succeed.
Either
Lovely.
of these things.
I'm like the wind.
What did you do, Johnny?
I failed.
Which one did you fail, stealth or dex?
They're the same.
Okay, but no. But narratively, which one did you fail?
Stealth.
Stealth. As you cross the cloister,
My dex and stealth are both 20.
Excellent.
Wow.
you are challenged by one of your deacons, who basically wonders what you are doing. What are you doing out at this hour?
What the deacons?
Nice.
We are bearing the holy oil of the Lord in the water to bless our
Oh,
companions. Quick,
jeez.
let us make haste.
Where?
Our companions are having a strange dream. We must try and wake them. We've tried everything else. We are now trying to bless them to awake.
Bless them.
Come and help us.
Come and
Quick,
help
this
us.
way.
I really want to get that mouth moving, like, you know, like the...
Fast talk or charm. Give me
Yeah.
Go on.
This way. Have more chance of. Older 2.
Yeah.
Boom!
Well, the reputation, is unsullied, and therefore the deacon believes that you must be in earnest, because there couldn't possibly be any, ulterior motive or shenanigans that you two would be up to. So sure enough, he accompanies you up to the dormitory, and at that moment, you have a flurry of activity from the monks in the dormitory just as you enter, almost like, the opposite of when you go to the mechanic and your car's been playing up and you tell the mechanic this is what the car's been doing, and then when you get to the mechanic the car runs perfectly.
Yeah,
and the mechanic looks at you going, that's not what's happening. So this is the opposite of that, because you rolled a 2, Johnny. So sure enough, when you get up to the dormitory, this has been happening, this is what's happening. It should
all
just
happening.
be quiet and everyone shouldn't be moving. There should be nothing going on.
right.
It looks at you dodgily. But no, that's not what happens. Everyone looses an arrow in their dream, and there are several verses called out, like the ones you've already heard. So perfectly illustrating what you said is going on. Nathan, what are you doing? Are you loosing another arrow at this cultist?
Yep, 100%.
Do it with a bonus die, please.
Ooh, bonus die.
That sounds pretty gross.
Nope, missed both times. I'm actually not good at this.
That's okay. Derek,
Yes.
are you looking
I'm kind of looking around for an escape route. Is there any way behind us
Give me a
that we could?
You're such a coward.
Holodeck
I would
program.
never do that.
7. I critically get my perception. My
You-
spot hidden.
Look, you see that you're in the thick of the archers. You could probably
Right.
work your way back. You might be able to. So what you've got is there are actually children in the ranks, and what they do is they're running sheafs of arrows to the front. So they're essentially ferrying arrows from the back of the archer corps to whoever needs them. So there's kind of an alleyway, but it would be very odd for an adult archer to take advantage of said alleyway.
I have great respect for the power of the longbow. I've seen what it can do to a even something like a deer. So I've got no. Yeah, I don't think I want to try and risk that.
All right.
I'll shoot another arrow.
You get a bonus die as well.
Okay. 86 or a 46, which is a hit.
46. Can you give me a perception check, please?
78. I do not make my perception check.
You're doing the Lord's work. Jean-Luc.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fire as well.
With that bonus die, please.
Yeah, I hit.
Glorious. Can you? Oh, sorry, John. Sorry, Derek. Can you roll me a 1d20?
Yes.
This is for the deacons.
The 7.
7. You remember Matthew 8:31. The demons begged Jesus, "If you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs." So the three of you in the dormitory here, Brother Callum called that out in his lovely Somerset accent. And can you give me a 1d20, please, John?
I rolled a 7.
The same verse in unison comes forth from both
Ooh.
Brother Jean-Luc and
Hang on, it's
Brother
stereo.
Alan.
Except mine's in French.
Oh, of course. It's also the French translation.
Yeah. Well, luckily the Cistercian order is French, so you're much more at home in the Abbey than you are on a battlefield fighting Frenchmen. Right. Fabulous. How long have we been playing? Is that? Gosh.
Oh,
seems like it.
I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes, around about. I don't know.
Or through it. We don't know when we started. Okay, let's keep going. So the deacon is gobsmacked, Brother Bartholomew and Hamlin. And what do you do?
All right, I'm going to grab a Bible and the holy water, and I'm going to run to who's nearest to the door.
Let's say it is John.
All right, I'm going to run to Jean-Luc. With my have I got the holy water?
You've got the holy water in a bucket, and Hamlin has got the holy oil.
And I've got a Bible as well.
A Bible. Great.
Yep.
You're just going to throw all 3 at me?
Just see what we can do.
So
I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to hold up my Bible and I'm going to dip my finger in the holy water and I'm going to make the sign of the cross on him and bless him.
Nice. Can you roll a 1d20 as you do? Your hand goes into the holy water, please.
If I had a 1d20.
Oh, I will roll a 1d20 for you.
Hang on. Sure, I've got one here. Oh, here we go. A 1.
Call yourself a role player.
I got a 1.
You are
reminded.
a
D20 system.
Yet again. I know. I'm sorry. You are again reminded of John 4:4. You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world.
I'll read that from my Bible.
As you put your finger into the holy water and then cross on John's forehead, that you don't recite that verse. That verse is just in you. And you're pretty sure it's the Spirit of the Lord. So that grants you feel this in your dream state, Jean-Luc, that something...
it burns! Sorry.
How very monkly of you. Yes. So whether it's a blessing and this feeling of peace and support, so that gives you a bonus die when you want to use it, John.
Oh, can I double bonus die it?
Bonus die, or you can use it on a separate roll.
Okay.
Hamlin.
It didn't wake him up.
I put my finger over the end of the oil, tip it over so my finger is dipped in the oil, and as I cross Nathan's character, I say, "Submit yourselves then to God and resist the devil, and he must flee."
And then you lied.
It's not the first time I've been woken up to that.
You too, Nathan. You feel a cross on your forehead, and that also grants you another bonus die to use whatever you want to. But you too do not wake. The deacon, observing your ministrations, brothers, he after you've done, do you do this just for them, or do you go around the rest of the?
We continue,
we'll
as fast as we can.
I don't know how many.
He stands and watches that. So, Derek, you also get the feeling of a cross on your forehead, and you get a bonus die to administer however you like. When you finish doing all of that,
yours is much less dramatic, though.
That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, you can get a NPC one. Sorry, Derek. Well, no, okay. Roll a 1d20, Derek, please.
A 13.
The verse that is recalled to mind when your cross appears on your head is Ephesians 6:10-11.
Finally be strong in the Lord.
Finally be Lord in his mighty power, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes.
Gird yourself with the...
I'm very heartened by that.
You are aware of that, and you say that out loud at that point. And when you finished your ministrations, Bartholomew and Hamlin, you find the deacon in the middle of the dormitory, in a gesture of prayer with steepled fingers, and he suggests that your attempts to wake your brethren are wasted, even though you have clearly imbued them with the power of the Lord. And he suggests, I think that the best thing for you to do would be to join your brothers.
Join them. You must join them.
What? I'd say it in that way, otherwise that would make it sound
You must join with Sauron.
Yeah.
You really think so, Deacon?
I think that will be where you are most helped. He then blesses you.
Oh, thank you, Deacon.
Both, and takes his holy water and oil back. And when he does so, he says to you, Ephesians 6:14-15, stand firm then with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. At that, he goes over to the bed and grabs...
Where's my sword of the spirit? I want my bloody sword.
He
Get a longbow later. Don't worry about it.
Like a
Longbow
communion,
of the,
he
longbow of the
makes you
spirit.
drink of the water that you drank from before bed, and you both fall quickly into sleep, and you awaken in the middle of a mass of battlefield activity.
Oh my
All
God.
around you are archers. You are in the middle of 3 battles of... So a battle is the formation of soldiers in the Middle Ages. So you have a battle is fought between battles on each side. So 3 divisions of troops, each one of them is known as a battle. So there are 3 battles. So there's about 15,000 archers where you are at the top of a hill. There's a forest on the left and a forest on the right. And you are all launching arrows downhill towards an enemy. And you look around and you see, that you are carrying a longbow in your left hand, and that there's a sheaf of arrows in front of you in your on your right, and that you are garbed not as you, but as some kind of longbowman. Hamlin, you look to your right and you see Brother Bartholomew dressed as an archer in sort of leather jerkin and breeches. And
as is of the time.
You look to your left and you see that there's Brother Hamlin, who was just a minute ago a brother monk in a dormitory and is now an archer on a battlefield. And as you look down hill, can you give me spot hidden checks, please? Both of you.
I made it.
Lovely.
Me too. I got just a hard one. Yeah.
You see a mist behind what should be a body of enemy troops marching up the hill towards you as your comrades loose arrows, but instead you see a mist with writhing tendrils inside it, and within the ranks of soldiers there are various different kinds of hideous beasts that should not be in an army, let alone on the earth. And there we will take a break.
That's
no.
amazing.
All right.
One more question, Murray. Do they see us?
Well, we haven't found out yet. We don't even know if they're in the same part of the battlefield.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
amazing.
All
We'll
right.
find out after this break.
After these
Yay.
commercials.
Short messages from the Bible. No.
Yay!
See you guys. Bye.